Hello and welcome to the newest video by Tranquil IT. Today we're going to demonstrate management of your secondary repositories directly in the console of WAPT Enterprise version 1.8. Here I am in my WAPT Enterprise console. One of the newest features of WAPT version 1.8 is that we've integrated secondary repository management directly in the console. In the older versions of WAPT, you had to come up with either rsync-based scripts or sync things to directly replicate the entire repository to a remote repository. But in this case, I have a repository that I have assembled with a Linux agent that could have very well been a Windows agent if I would like. It's called srv-repo-london, and what I want is for every station that's on network 66 is to directly pick up their packages from the srv-wap-repo-london, which will allow you to save a ton of bandwidth. So now I'm going to install a package on my agent that's called tis remote repo. So simply double click. I have my configuration here for my tis remote repo and my nginx, and click Save and Apply. And what this will do is it allows me to indicate to my WAPT agent that it will become a secondary repository that will fully replicate the WAPT server. So we're going to let that install quickly. And now that the installation has been successful, it should appear in our repository tab here. Simply click refresh, and as you can see, our secondary repository has appeared with an OK connection status and an OK sync status, which means that it has finished replicating the entire WAPT server onto the secondary repository, as well as it has copied everything concerning WAPT Windows updates. So now what I want is my WAPT agent that's in subnetwork 192.168.66 is to extract WAPT packages from our London repository. So traditionally in older versions of WAPT you had to tinker a little bit with it, but now you are going to be able to make the rules right here in your repository tab, which will tell your machines which repository they are directed to. So for this part to work, you need to make sure that in your tools build WAPT agent, you have clicked and saved on use repository access rules. This will indicate to the agent to use the rights that are mentioned here. So I'm going to add a new rule simply by clicking Add Rule, and I'll call this Repo London. And the condition will be that if my agent's IP is in network 192.168.66.0/24, the repository URL will be srv-wap-repo-london. Also, don't forget to create the DNS record that goes with it, as well as to apply software packages for the Windows update. So to start off, I will add in my condition, my agent IP, add in my IP address, and my repository URL, my srv-wap-repo-london, and make sure to click WUA to also apply the Windows updates. Click Save, and here I have created my new rule. So I also need to click Save Rules here to properly save the rule. So now I'm going to tell my machine to perform an update so that it will take into account the new rule I just created. Back in my inventory, here is our machine here. We can see right now it's just in our regular repository. So check for updates. And we can see that it has successfully switched to our srv-wap-repo-london secondary repository. And now it's going to download its packages from its repository. So for example, if you have a subsidiary in London with 500 workstations, instead of having to download all the WAPT packages and Windows updates directly from the central server, which may be in Paris, everything will now be available to download from the secondary repository, which will limit your bandwidth consumption enormously. And there you have it, management of your secondary repositories directly in your WAPT console. If this is a feature you are interested in, make sure to click on the link in the description below to test out WAPT Enterprise. Also make sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more videos by Tranquil IT.